Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fine. As you know, we have passed through tough time due to COVID-19. Now we all are come back to school, and you should consider all the necessary remedies to keep safe yourselves, families, friends and the whole society. This is a special program prepares to cover grade 9 second semester unlearned topics. Dear students, in today's lesson, you will be exposed to watch a video and find the theme of the lesson. The entire element of this video focuses on an imaginary story. The main character is one of the Ethiopian heroes called Lieutenant Abdissa Aga, who was a magnificent troop leader and lion-hearted fighter who fought against the Italian aggressor on their own land. The story will present to you twice. Please keep a look out the video carefully. Here you go.
Hello, sir. Nice to meet you. Would you tell us your name, please? My name is Abdissa Aga. And how are you, Lieutenant Abdissa? Not bad, but my memory is not what it used to be. I find I can't remember things as well as I used to. It's funny. Though, you know, I can remember doing things when I was young, but I can't remember to do things that I need to do. That is the reality of aging, I guess. Well, it has been nice meeting you, Lieutenant Abdissa.
Students, please discuss with your partners about Lieutenant Abdissa's replies. Find verbs as well as their patterns. You have 2 minutes. As you observe it, in the first sentence, the first verb remember is followed by a second verb doing. The second verb is in gerund form. A gerund is a noun constructed from a base verb plus ing. In the second sentence, the verb remember or the first verb was followed by to and the infinitive do. Remember can be followed by both a gerund and an infinitive, but each sentence has a different meaning. First, let's look at remember doing. When remember is followed by a gerund, the action of doing happens first and then you remember it. So, you are experiencing a memory. Look at again. Remember to do. When remember is followed by an infinitive, the action of to remember things occurs first and then you do it. So, you are precocious. Let's add more example to practice how the infinitives and the gerunds are working. Sentence 1. Aziza remembered to lock the door. In this sentence, there are two actions. Here is the order of the two actions. Action 1, Aziza remembered. Action 2, Aziza locks the door. That means Aziza do not forget to do an action that happened after the thought. First she remembers or thinks and then she does the action. In the second sentence, Aziza remembered locking the door. Using the gerund, the order of two actions is the opposite. In this sentence, there are two actions. Action 1, Aziza locks the door. Action 2, Aziza remembered or Aziza recalled. That means Aziza tries to recall an action that happened before the thought. That means first she locked the door and then she remembered it. The meaning refers to Aziza is sure that she has already locked her room. Therefore, the order of two actions in the first and second sentence are quite opposite, and the meaning is also different. Students, please discuss with your partner what you observe in the two sentence structures using to lock or locking. You have 2 minutes.
Well done. Hope you have identified their slight difference between the two structures. Let's observe together. The first sentence, Aziza remembered to lock the door, means that when she was leaving the room, she thought about the fact that she had to lock the door, and she did it. But in the second sentence, Aziza remembered locking the door, means that she had the clear memory of having locked the door.
On the other hand, sometimes after certain verbs, the gerund and the infinitive meaning of the verbs do not change. That means they have similar meaning. Whether we use gerund or an infinitive, the meaning is quite similar. The most commonly used verbs are like begin, continue, hate, like, love, start, and so on. Let's look at some examples from the table. Using the verb continue, we can say like this: she continued driving, or she continued to drive. Both sentences have similar meaning. With the verb hate, we can say I hate listening to pop music. It's quite similar to I hate to listen to pop music. Between the two sentences, whether we use the gerund listening or to listen an infinitive, the meaning is similar. As you observe it from the screen, the rest of sentences, they like sky driving, or they like to sky drive. Hannah loves painting is similar to Hannah loves to paint. We start playing guitar is similar to we start to play guitar. Both are the same. There are some verbs that can be followed by a gerund and infinitive without changing the meaning. Some of them are, as you observe from the screen, like encourage, permit, allow, advise, prefer, forbid, neglect, propose, and so on. These verbs can be followed either by the infinitive or the gerund without any meaning change. Dear students, there is no a rule which governs to use either the infinitive or the gerund after the first verb. So you should study the verbs which depicts clearly use either the infinitive or the gerund. Now it's your time to practice. Please make 3 pair of sentences using gerund or using gerund and infinitive using the verbs listed on the screen. You can use like this. You use this example. They prefer eating at home, or they prefer to eat at home. Both sentences are the same. Whether we use the gerund eating or the infinitive to eat, the meaning is quite Students, I think you have performed your task correctly. Now let's summarize together. You can construct such kind of sentence using the verbs listed on the screen. For instance, the manager proposed paying for the trip. Has similar meaning with the manager proposed to pay for the trip. Whether we use to trip, to pay, or paying, they have the same meaning. Or we can say Sarah neglects attending the conference is quite similar to Sarah neglects to attend the conference. Whether we use the infinitive or the gerund, the meaning is similar. Dear students, in today's lesson we studied about gerund and the infinitive, having with similar and different meaning. Study these two structures using your textbook on page 145. This is all today. We will meet next time with the second part. Till then, goodbye everyone. Goodbye.